I was a young man, I carried me pack, I lived the free life of a rover. From the Murray's green basin to the dusty outback, waltzed my Matilda all over. Then in 1915, me country said, son, it's time you stop rambling, there's work to be done. So they gave me a tin hat, and they gave me a gun, and they marched me away to the wall. And the band played Waltzing Matilda when the ship pulled away from the quay. And amid all the cheers, flag waving and tears, we sailed off for Gallipoli. And how well I remember that terrible day when our blood stained the sand and the water, and how in that hell they called Suvla Bay we were butchered like lambs at the slaughter. Johnny Turk, he was ready, he primed himself well, he showered us with bullets and he rained us with shells, and in 5 minutes flat he'd blown us all to hell, and he blew us back home to Australia. And the band played Waltzing Matilda when we stopped to bury our slain. We buried ours and the Turks buried theirs, then we started all over again. And those that were left, where we tried to survive in the mad world of blood, death and fire. And for 10 weary weeks I kept myself alive while the corpses around me piled higher. Then a big Turkish shell knocked me arse overhead. When I woke up in me hospital bed and saw what it had done, well, I wished I was dead. Never knew there were worse things than dying. So no more I'll go waltzing Matilda all around the green bush far and near. To hump tent and pegs, a man needs both legs. No more waltzing Matilda for me. So they gathered the wounded, the crippled, the maimed, and they shipped us back home to Australia. The legless, the armless, the blind, the insane, those proud wounded heroes of Suvla. When the ship pulled into Circular Quay, I looked at the place where my legs used to be, and thank Christ there was nobody waiting for me to grieve and to mourn and to pity. But the band played Waltzing Matilda when they carried us down the gangway. But nobody cheered, they just stood there and stared and turned all their faces away. So now every April I sit on my porch and I watch the parade pass before me, and I see my old comrades, how proudly they march, and if renewing old dreams of past glory. And the old men march slowly, all bone stiff and sore, the tired old heroes from a forgotten war. And the young people ask, what are they marching for? I ask myself the same question. Still the band played Waltzing Matilda, and the old man still answered the call. But year after year, old men disappear. Someday no one will march there at all. Waltzing Matilda, Waltzing Matilda, who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me? And their ghosts may be heard as they march by the billabong. Who'll come a waltzing Matilda?